Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I am bringing you back one of my favorite methods from the last few FCs and FIFAs. Yes, that's right, the squad battles method is here and it's here to stay, and it's better than ever. So whether you want hundreds of thousands of coins or another chance at your favorite players, you're in the right place, and all you've got to do to say thank you is drop a like down below, subscribe if you're new, and make sure to check out the Discord. Do you want the best team in FC25? Yeah, baby! Do you want to be playing with the best players in the game like this and not be stuck with teams like this? Okay. Then you need to head over to skycoach.gg, select the amount of coins or the type of weekend league boost you need, and enter code PRORECOIL for 10% off of your order. Now, what has changed about our beloved boring game mode the most? Well, first of all, the games are far shorter. And what this does means is you've got to pick your levels a little bit better, which I will explain in a moment. Firstly, you can see here we've beat 12-0 this featured squad. Why have I done that? There's goals and assists, milestones and objectives that are worth doing, so it's worth doing if you're already playing a squad battles map. Now, what makes the squad battles method the squad battles method? Well, first of all, you can pick any difficulty, so whether it goes from the beginner game modes all the way up to legendary, pick what is suited to you and use that. Score 5 or 6 goals early doors. Maybe it's going to be a little bit less because actually the games are shorter now, but if you can get 3 goals in the first half, you don't have to play the second. If you can get 3 goals in the first few minutes, you don't have to play the rest of the game. You can essentially just sit there with the ball guarded, or depending on what difficulty, without the ball guarded, because of course if you pick legendary it's going to be a little bit harder than if you pick beginner or professional, but essentially you are free to do other things. You can go and do homework, you can do working from home if that's what you do. You know, since COVID, it's pretty normal. Obviously, as you can see here, I got cooked by legendary and rage quit at 3-0 because they were 3-0 up from loads of AIDS goals. That means I know my level. I'm definitely not good enough to be legendary anymore, which means when I go for, you know, the harder team like this, for example, we have a look here, very difficult squad compared to what you usually see in this kind of thing. What I'd probably do realistically is a professional, and professional means I'm probably going to have to spend a little bit of time on the game, not too much. I'm going to have to really work, get myself 2 goals, and then I can sit back and relax. You really don't have to spend much time on the game after that. Now, previously I would have been able to tell you these things and sort of run you through the method without actually showing you, but because the games are so short, I can show you all in one video. Now, what I did find while playing that legendary game is it is very different to previous squad battles on those higher ends. So previously, and this might be because at the end of the game last year, I was, you know, with the best squad and you pretty much couldn't beat it. But the AI is a little bit better here. So with the legendary squad, they just put 3 goals past me and I just really couldn't beat their attack. I couldn't beat their defense. It wasn't something that was very easy for me. And it might also have something to do with the fact that I had Gabriel on ball playing defender and I can't defend to save my life. I believe this should have sorted out a little bit. Now, the reason you want to play some of the games on a harder level, make it a little bit harder for yourself, is because all in all, there is an absolute ton available in squad battles this season, this year, and it seems like they've really upgraded the game mode to make it a little bit easier for you, to still give you some good objectives, some good things at the end of it, but also not take up too much of your time. Now, of course, you could cruise by using this method and essentially do everything on the kind of lower difficulties, not really have to play much at all, and you'll walk away with some good rewards at the end of each week. I mean, how is that not a foul? How? See, this is where squad battles has some BS. But the idea is if you pick a few of the teams, obviously I tried to do legendary in one and that failed, but if I'd maybe gone for world class, I probably would have had a good shot at it. You know, I'm doing pro here because the team's a lot better, so I've got to give myself a little bit of a better chance because clearly I'm not warming up to this FC as much as I thought I was. You can see there, it's pretty easy to get shots off, and if we can just get 2 or 3 goals, I can chill for the second half. Now, obviously bear in mind the fact that I'm also doing live commentary at the same time, pretty much focused on this rather than on this. You can see it's actually not that difficult. And there you go, we've got 1 goal already with the absolute man himself, Palmer. It's only going to take me 2 more and I can sit back and relax. And of course, if this only takes you 2 or 3 minutes and then you can go into your next game, you're good to go. You don't even have to really play in that next game or that next half, sorry, and you can just sit there and do anything else. You know, you can eat, you can watch YouTube videos. I spent a lot of time while I was working from home in the last sort of 2 jobs I've had. This one for the last, I think, 2 years I've had this job. If I'm working from home, I'll just put squad battles on in the background because why wouldn't you? Like, it doesn't take any of your effort. I might not be getting the best ranks because I might just be playing on the lower games and literally just scoring a few goals in a second and playing the games, but you don't actually have to play. You can literally just put them on in the background, and then if you want to, okay, cool, you know, you see that you're near elite or you see you're near gold 3 and you think, right, I want to get that reward, just play 1 game on a little bit of a harder difficulty and you're good to go. The squad battles method has always been a really easy way to pick up some extra coins there, and the fact that they've reduced the game time so much makes it even easier. Now, I will say, if you do get the chance, supposedly it's much easier to do this with a buddy in terms of getting you your easier wins. So if you get near the end and you have, you know, maybe your 3,000 or 4,000 10,000 points off of a good division or a good finish, and you really want that reward, if you play with a friend those last 2 games, supposedly it is much easier. Like the squad battles AI is just worse against 2 people, and maybe when you're bad against it like me, you might need a little bit of a helping hand. And look, yeah, I do have a pretty good team, and that's not really helping me that much, as you can see, but if you just play on an easier level, if you have a bad team, or maybe you're as bad as me, then you're fine. You can still get a good few rewards from this. And look, if you get a free 100 or 150k from doing this method a week, just from doing things in the background, is it worth it? Absolutely. I mean, 150k from a coin site, from FIFA packs, is going to cost you an absolute fortune. It's so much more expensive. And look, Sky Coach is the cheapest coin site, but is free cheaper than that? Absolutely. Look, if you're getting 150k, maybe more a week from just doing this method in the background, is that going to be worth it? Absolutely, because, you know, it's cheaper than spending money. You know, a little bit of time in the background that isn't taking up, you know, full focus, that you can just do behind other things. Why not? And Guti has saved the day. So we're 2-1 up. What I will say is, based on playing this game, of course, the method that we're using is to be sitting in the background. So, you know, when you're lower games, when you're potentially playing the worst squad, professional is going to be an absolute DOS. This is the best squad in my set. I've said it on professional, and it's been a little bit harder. So just bear in mind that the games are, I would say, harder than they were. I think the AI is a little bit better. So it's just going to be about, maybe it's potentially me getting used to this new gameplay. I mean, God, that was a little bit stressful. And look, like I say, guys, some of the difficulties are harder. Maybe the fact that this guy has Virgil and Saliba, or this AI has Virgil and Saliba, is not making it easier for me. And look, barely scraping a win against professional squad battles is not my finest moment, but my finest method is definitely the squad battles one. So let's have a look. We're already in rank 2, and I've already ruined one entire game. So yes, squad battles has made me quit a game because I was already going to lose, and it is what it is. You do get points if you lose. I just wanted to get this video out of the way, so I just quit. Then with this one, we've got 900. Now, obviously, 3-2, like I said, it was the best squad in my set. You've got Virgil, you've got Saliba. It's actually a difficult hot squad to play. If we look at this one here, I would very comfortably play this on world class, and I would expect to win. And let's say if each set you're getting an average of what? World class would be 1.5. You got 1 there. Ideally, you'd probably get 1.5 there, and maybe 1 there. So in each set, you're making around 5,000 to 6,000 points. You're going to have 3 sets, so you're going to end on about 18, and then you've got an extra 3 from the 2 featured squads. So you're going to get 21 each week. Now, if we scroll down here, we're currently sat at silver 3. So right now, we're going to get premium gold pack 75 and a 75 to 85. Now, obviously, as the week goes on, that's going to get harder. I think by finishing on around what probably this week will be 16k points because of the loss, we're probably going to fall between gold 2 and gold 3, maybe even elite 3. So if we can really push for that elite 3 there, we've got 85 rare gold player pack, a 75 times 10, which is actually pretty good, a rare mega pack, and 10,000 coins, which is an insane set of rewards. Now, let's say that we play all of these in the background. We want to be lazy. Maybe we get an average of 3,500 points per set. You've got 3 sets, so you're not really going to be getting as much. You're looking at around 10 plus the features. You're looking at around 14 that you'll finish on. That's probably gold 2 or gold 3. Sorry, gold 2 or gold 1. So let's say gold 1 rewards at all for sitting in the background. Gold 2, once again, not bad at all. If you can edge that a little bit better to just get into gold 1, then it's a win. Right now, realistically, all the way up to silver 1, you only really need to play a few games. Obviously, it's Monday, the whole week is ahead, so I would expect that elite 1 goes all the way to maybe 25, 30k points. You're probably looking at elite 2 getting to about 20, and then possibly a little bit higher, and elite 3 is going to sit on that 18 to 22 range. You've got absolute opportunity to make a real easy week for yourself, get a ton of packs just from playing this in the background. And if you do want to play some of the easier games, what you can do is head over to the objectives. If you look at your milestones, you can have a go at completing some of the shooting milestones while you do this to get them out the way. So for example, assisting mastery, you can get, let's have a look. So 400 assists. If you get to 400 assists, you get a jumbo rare players pack. If you complete this whole set, I don't think you really get anything. Then if you go over here and you get 250 goals, you get a jumbo rare players pack. If you do these variation of goals, you also get some packs for some of them. So if you do power shots 50, chip shots 10, you also get extra packs there. So not only do you get a load of packs for this, you can rattle off other objectives. Similarly, make sure your squad is fully first owned. Then you've got this entire set done. It's very, very simple. And then you can have a look at the likes of the the World Tour for Spain, having a go at doing some of these, having a look at the World Tour Robert Sanchez. Absolute loads of options for you to get loads of other packs while going and getting yourself a load of rewards. Now, if that's not worth a subscribe and a thumbs up, I don't know what is. Make sure to drop a like down below, and I'll see you tomorrow.